Samaran, guys. So Umuntu has managed to save a couple of acorns, and we have taken a bit of a holiday. Landed in China. When did you land in China?
On Monday.
On Monday. We left Sunday, Joburg. We landed in China, and then Tuesday morning, got to Japan. Ne? And it's such a I don't know, angazi ngichaza kanjani. We are incredibly privileged and very grateful for every opportunity that we have. But we were talking around how Tina, especially Tina Bantu Mnyama, really struggle to invest in the big things. We really struggle to actually invest in really what matters. Because it happens so many times where people will laugh at the fact that you're wearing the same shoes, or they laugh at the fact that you're drinking a Hunter's Dry. Meanwhile, they don't know what you're actually planning for something bigger than that. Tina, our biggest thing is that we live so much about impressing other people instead of impressing your close circle, your family, your mom, your brother, your kids. Those are the people that you're truly meant to be impressing every day and giving the best version of you. So we've been, Tina, we're so inundated with the fact that mentally we just live for the weekend. Monday to, let's say, Friday 12 o'clock, we out there, we clock out, we nothing, we are just in the matrix. And then Friday, when my 1-2, all of a sudden we come alive. Wow, I live for the weekend. And all the work that we put in during the week is essentially erased by the weekend. So if you are trying to be healthy, for example, you will live the most healthiest life until 12 o'clock on a Friday, and then all of a sudden you'll have your Big Macs, Utlu Porto, whatever the case may be, to a point where by the time Monday morning comes around, it's pointless. You will train Monday to Thursday, and then all of a sudden your sloth behavior over the weekend will move everything away. You'll save a little bit of money, but because of the mindset that we have, when that Friday, that Saturday comes, we want to go buy a bottle of Hennessy. Guys, why are you spending 600 Rand on a bottle of Hennessy? Why aren't you paying 100 Rand for a bottle of brandy, save that other 500 Rand, and then build for something bigger than just that bottle of Hennessy? I've spoken ad nauseum around people who go out their way to have these fancy phones. Time. We struggle with prioritizing what is most important. So when we're taking an iPhone 15 Pro Max, and you buy it on a contract, you can't afford that contract. Every month you're paying 1.5 that you can't afford. And if you went and you bought that phone that I used to have, that Xiaomi, guys, when I started YouTube, I used to record on a Xiaomi phone that I bought for 1,800 Rand. Literally, I recorded on that phone, and it was okay. It wasn't the best quality. I'm not going to act like I'm silly, but it wasn't the best quality, but it was, I'm planning towards something. There's so many comments here, Penson, you should have a mic, you should have lighting. Kuzofiga, guys. Let's not go and do too much too early, things that we know we're not ready for, things that we cannot afford. Let's plan this. Let's take time. Let's prioritize what is most important to us. And the fact that to us, most importantly, is the fancy phone, the fancy shoes, the fancy car, the fancy bottles. Guys, no. We really need to realign, because especially Tiramachi, that we are constantly trying to show our value and our worth out there in society, and sometimes it's so detrimental because or making fun of those that don't come across as if they are making it. So when are you out there in your mom's fancy car and then you make fun of those who are actually putting things together, game, whatever the case is, so that he can buy himself a test. Literally, personally, I've been to clubs, or not clubs, bars, whatever. To this day, sorry, what are you drinking? Oh, can I get a Hunter's Gold? Oh, come on, Pensin Fetu. You're saying ibodlela. Saying ibodlela. Saying ibodlela for who? For what? Guys, I don't have my 1.5 2 tower for who? Who am I trying to impress? Whereas if I know I'm having a couple of Hunter's Tries, enjoying myself, having a good time, maybe get a couple of shots in the meantime. There's nothing wrong with that. The time the bill comes, my bill is a good $400. Your bill is a good 5.2, I'm saving that 2,000 rand. And if we go out on Friday and Saturday, I've saved that, let's say, 4,000 rand while you are in the hole. And again, that 4,000 rand, it goes out to fixing his endlini. That 4,000 rand goes into savings. Those 4,000 rand goes to paying my debt. Those 4,000 rand goes into other priorities that are so much more important versus that bottle. My thing, if you've ever seen me, please do yourself a favor, go into my Instagram. I've had this Zulu vest. If you can carve, it's torn, it's everything. I've had this vest for probably like 5-6 years. He said Japan le vest. Le vest in Tokyo. A vest that I've had for 5 years. The bag that I'm carrying my clothes in, my mom bought me that bag in 2005, if I'm not mistaken, if not 2004. So you break it down, you're like, the bag that I'm using today to carry is 20 years old, but it works for me. I prioritize what I prioritize. I'm not trying to flex on anyone. I'm trying to make sure if I'm going to flex, let me flex on my kids. Let them feel proud of me. Let me flex on my partner. Let me flex on my family. Those are the people that I'm trying to impress. Impressing some random slay queen that I'll never see again for one night, maybe. Impressing Amachita that really don't care about me. Why would I do that? Why would I want to do that? Guys, let's restructure our lives. Let's reprioritize. Let's see what's most important. Put those shit in order. Put that stuff in order and ensure what you start hitting them from most important to least important. If you're that person that trying to impress, buying bottles of Hennessy every weekend, tell yourself, you know what? The next 20 weekends, I'm not going out. The next 20 weekends, I'm going to make sure that bottle of Hennessy money, I save it. So if you spend 550 rand for a bottle of Hennessy, I think that's how much it costs. Put 500 rand aside every weekend for 20 weekends. At the end of that, take that money invest it in whatever. Your credit card that's literally killing you right now. Maybe instead of investing in or saving, maybe start taking that money and attacking your debt so that you can open up some cash flow. And then from there, by the time you get to that point, maybe you can start playing around with that money. But again, as I'm walking around, I'm looking at the different cultures. I'm looking at the Chinese culture. I'm looking at the Japanese culture and the work ethic that people are putting in. The time right now, what's the time?
It's 10:10.
It's 10:10. We've just come back. The town the city is packed. It's full. All the stores are open. People are like literally pushing hard, working, prioritizing, making the main thing. So again, it's not about trying to show off or floss at people that are nonsensical, but rather for you to prioritize what's most important to you. Making sure, guys, tomorrow, do I have enough acorns for tomorrow? Right now, I'm a big baller, short caller, but how is it going to look tomorrow? Buying these shoes that cost me 2,500 rand to impress, is that worth it? Or let me go look for especially, give me my report, 450. That's great, right. Instead of going that fancy t-shirt, that cost you 8,000 rand, maybe get a nice Nike t-shirt. Make sure you constantly stay in your lane while saving acorns for the lane above you. Guys, working together with the people that love you the most instead of spending money at people that actually don't care when your days are dark. Anyway, that's just my little 2 seconds. Make sure keep the main thing, and that's always going to be the main thing. Have yourselves a fantastic day. Please make sure to subscribe if you haven't yet subscribed. Nibhala ama-comment ke ngoba ngiyanazi ukuthi khona abathanda ukuphapha ke abathanda ukusho into right. Ngiyanithanda nina. Share this video far and wide. Nibe grand. Out.